Gurgaon, Ghaziabad and Jaipur. Spotlight on these three cities. Before that, amongst the many overhead charges that you pay while buying a home, external development charges or EDC seems the most unsuspecting of the lot. Your builder collects EDC from you, passes it on to the local development body to lay trunk infrastructure. But in many micro markets of NCR, poor progress of roads, water supply lines, electrification has become a common complaint. Is there something more to this charge? If you and other allottees in your project paid a lump sum to your builder as external development fees, then why aren't you seeing any work on ground? Vasudha Sharma delves deep into this question.
Ashish Kaul was like any common home buyer. He had pooled in his savings and bought a flat in Greater Faridabad in 2006. Now in 2013, while his flat is ready for possession, the sector which houses his project is uninhabitable. In fact, much of all 15 sectors of Greater Faridabad lack proper facilities.
What you see here is just laying of the road. Sewer work has not started. It has started in some pockets, but that means the road is constructed. Now the sewer work will start here also. So they will dig it up again. So that will mean another 5 years for the consumers to actually get good roads with sewerage.
Ashish and other buyers like him claim this is not a simple case of official apathy. Dig deeper and what you see is a tacit understanding in Haryana between colonizers and authorities. And in the middle of it all are crores and crores of external development funds. If you've booked a flat in Gurgaon or Faridabad and your builder has collected lakhs of rupees as external development charges, but you're still waiting to see any kind of external infrastructure development around your project, then the big question arises, where did those development funds go and what is it being used for now? In the case of the 15 sectors of Greater Faridabad, a series of RTI applications by home buyers have revealed eye-opening truths about external development charges or EDC that you have been unsuspectingly paying your colonizer. For a specific year of the license given to a developer, a certain rate of EDC per acre of the project is fixed by the Directorate General of Town and Country Planning or TTCP. Logically, developers are supposed to proportionately distribute this per acre charge among his buyers on a per square feet basis. Buyers claim that developers instead charge them on a super area, which varies with every project, earning them a margin which when totaled runs into crores for an entire project. In fact, in an audit report of EDC collection in Greater Faridabad, the Haryana government admits that there is no standard formula regarding charging of EDC from buyers, allowing colonizers to adopt their own method of calculating the EDC rate.
If the amount was 100 rupees per square feet, according to the FAR, on super area he is charging 150. So it's kind of double charging me. That 150 that he collects in one go. They don't give us installment plans of 5 years or 2 years. They collect in 1 year, in one installment. Then they do not deposit with the concerned authorities. They keep it in their own pockets. This is kind of a backdoor liquidity that they are generating.
RTI applications also show figures that point to colonizers retaining a sizable corpus of EDC funds with them instead of passing them on to the Haryana Urban Development Authority or HUDA to carry out civic works. Until 31st December 2012, the gross outstanding EDC dues of colonizers in Greater Faridabad stands at a whopping 1,500 crores. The RTI data also shows 1,200 crores deposited with HUDA till December 2012, but just 140 crores have been spent till 25th July 2013. In Haryana, the environment for defaulting colonizers has also been made rather comfortable by authorities.
आप जो टोटल EDC प्लस एनहांस EDC है उसका जो भी रिमेनिंग अमाउंट है उसका 25% का बैंक गारंटी है उसके पास जमा करा दे और वो उसको 50% की ऑक्यूपेशन सर्टिफिकेट ऑफर कर देगा। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि वो 50% लोगों को बसा देगा विद नो रोड्स, विद नो लाइट, विद नो ड्रेनेज, विद नो ड्रिंकिंग वाटर एंड नो इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन।
This wide gap between the collected and spent amounts of EDC also exists in Gurgaon's official figures. This affidavit filed by HUDA shows 9,500 crores collected as EDC in Gurgaon, while just 4,800 crores have been spent.
They may have collected 9,500 crores.
But you know what the builders would have collected would be more than that. And the reason for that is that the builders are not giving the accounts for the last 20 years. And now by a recent amendment in 2013 and 2012, the Haryana government has absolved them of the requirement to file accounts provided they pay some kind of a penalty.
But the Gurgaon division of Huda rejects such claims and assures of their commitment to channelize development funds at the right places.
9,000 में से 5,000 crores they have already spent. In Huda alone, even in in the present, just in the last 2 years, we have sanctioned projects worth more than 2,500 crores on Huda's behalf only. So it's not that the government is not, but that is not so visible because many of the projects are still, something is happening down there in those sectors which nobody is still living there.
At present, it is impossible for buyers to keep a tab on where their EDC funds are being diverted. If only the project-wise EDC payments can be listed online to be directly paid by the consumer at the office of Huda, then there will be little scope for leakage. But until then, the low-interest liquidity that EDC funds provide will continue to be misused instead of being pumped into bettering infrastructure. In Faridabad, Vasudha Sharma, NDTV.
This is a really curious case. Authorities are saying, well, we're doing our best, and developers are saying, well, we collect EDC and pass on to the authorities. What's going on? Where is the EDC going?
Actually, the truth is that the EDC is mostly with the developers. The developers do pass on.
So they do tend to withhold it.
They do tend to withhold it because the cost of capital is much higher outside than
So she
holding
said,
the EDC exactly
Vasudha said that in
and
her
paying a
story.
small interest to the government, right? That's one part of it. But the worst part is that there is a big scam going on, and as rightly shown in the story, the government charges EDC on the FAR allowed on the project, and the developer goes and sells on super area and pockets the difference. Now let me share with you what the kind of difference it is. So we are talking about, for a project that is about 300 to 400 units, we are talking about at today's rate, developer pocketing the difference to the tune of 5 to 8 crores per project. And if there are 200 projects going on there, you multiply 200 projects by 5 to 10 crores, you can see the size of the scam. And the saddest part is that everybody is aware of it. The DDCP is aware of it, the Haryana government is aware of it, Huda is aware of it, but nobody is doing anything about it. I really wonder what's really happening. Is everybody hand in glove? Because this is an open and shut case.
No, Sameer, definitely everybody is hand in glove, and that's the only way this kind of blatant corruption can survive, where developers are charging on super area, the authorities say you can only charge on FAR, and the difference, as Sameer spelled out, my God, it's a huge amount. You said
5 to 8 crores per project minimum.
5 to 8 crores per
And that's
project.
just pure net profit to the developer.
Good Lord. So 20 projects, then it's 200 crores. If it's 200 projects, it's 1,600.
Absolutely.
Right?
So you 10 crores into 200 projects, you can do the math, 2,000 crores.
So you said 8,
Yes,
so I said 16.
absolutely.
But good Lord, that's a lot of money. We'll keep chasing that story. We really do want some answers on that and what's going on. Meanwhile, let me read out this mail. Unfortunately, buyers still need a roof over their head, and they will continue to buy. VK Bal writes in and he says, could you advise best options in Gurgaon for ready to